Friends, I recently did an eBay seller meetup in Denver, and eBay team came out. Brian from the podcast came out and did a presentation from us and shared 3 secrets, the top 3 things that the eBay algorithm is looking for, and I'm sharing them with you today. Hey friends, if I am speaking too quickly for you, do feel free to slow me down. You can click up here on your YouTube screen, scroll all the way down to playback speed, and put me on the speed that is most comfortable for you. Now let's get back to it. So the first thing that eBay wants you to understand, and what the algorithm is doing, once you can understand this, I go a little bit more in depth into this video, but it's about buyer behavior. That is the purpose of the algorithm, to get items purchased by the buyers. What is the buyer behavior? What does the buyer want to see? What ultimately makes the buyer click? And so the most important thing in the eBay algorithm, the most important thing that you want to be doing in your store and in your listings is relevancy. And what does this mean? This means that your listings need to be relevant to what the buyer is searching for. So let me show you an example. If we are looking on eBay and I am a buyer, I highly recommend buying on eBay and seeing it from the buyer's perspective, or just searching on eBay like you were going to buy. This is going to give you insight into how to be a better seller. But relevancy, let's say I'm on eBay or even in Google and I am searching top search engines, because eBay pushes our items to top search engines. I'm searching for Y2K jeans. Now, relevancy, your item needs to be relevant to this search. If you put Y2K jeans in your title and they're not actual Y2K jeans, they're gonna come in up in the search. They're not relevant. eBay's gonna start suppressing them because it's not what buyers are wanting to see. This is also where I know the dreaded item specifics, but this is where the dreaded item specifics come into play. It's not just about doing as many item specifics to click all of the buttons on eBay. It is to make your listing as relevant to what the buyer is searching for as possible, right? You want all of these. Now, don't click on them if they're not relevant, because again, the number one thing that's coming up on these search engines is relevancy. Make your listings as relevant as possible. Have good keywords. Click all of the item specifics that actually describe your item. So as buyers are searching for it, your item is coming up relevant to what they want. If your item is not Y2K jeans and it comes up, the buyer does not want to buy that, right? And so that is the number one thing that they said in the search engine is going to be the most important. So work on your listings, make sure that they're relevant. You should be pulling an eBay listing quality report. I'm so glad that they didn't get rid of it. If to help improve your listings, do what the top 10% of buyer sellers are doing, making sure you have photos, making sure you have good listings, good SEO, item specifics. But the top thing is relevancy. The second thing is popularity. So what does this mean? It means a couple things. So one, it's based off of trends. Is it something that people want to buy? Popularity, right? So we know sneakers, you can look at Terapeak data. I'll link a video up here that goes into Terapeak data and how to figure out what's popular on eBay. So selling inventory that people actually want to see, selling inventory that people want to buy. If there's a hot new, I don't sell sneakers, so I could be saying this wrong, but there's like a hot new sneaker that drops, and or like a PlayStation, right? This is like a huge extreme of popularity, but there's something new that drops. eBay knows this, they're going to start pushing it. Or they start getting these certain items, start getting a lot of likes. Y2K jeans in my industry is kind of these hot new items. eBay is seeing this trending data of Y2K jeans are getting a lot of searches. I'm going to start pushing this out because of the popularity. And then the other thing is if you sell multi-quantity. So if you have a listing and you sell, sunglasses, and you have 100 of them, right? And you have sold 50 of them. eBay's like, hey, this is a popular item. They've already sold half of what they have. I'm going to keep pushing it out because more people want it. Keep in mind, friends, I go really in depth into this in this video I mentioned earlier, but keep in mind the purpose of the algorithm is to get buyers to purchase the item. It is to get items sold. Right? If items are popular, if eBay thinks that they're going to make money off of it, they are going to push it. They're going to get it out there where it needs to be. That's why relevancy is important. That's why popularity is important. And then the third thing that they said was the most important is new items. And so this is going to be up in the algorithm because there's 2 reasons for this. One is you're going to get a lot of exposure on the eBay algorithm because eBay needs to figure out what to do with this listing. It needs to figure out if it's popular. It needs to figure out if a lot of people are searching for it. It needs to figure out, put it in front of buyers and see if it's relevant to what they're looking for. See if people want to buy it. So new listings get you a lot of exposure because the algorithm's trying to figure out where to put this and what to do with it to get it sold. As you've had it on there longer and longer and it doesn't sell, then it kind of comes down because it's like, oh, what am I doing? You know, this isn't selling, it's not popular, people don't want it, whatever it is. This is a reason that sell similar strategy works. I will link a video up here going into what sell similar is and why it works, but the reason that it works is for this. The other reason for new listings and having new inventory, whether it's completely new or eBay thinks it's new, from sell similar, again, friends, is buyer behavior. In his presentation, he said 70% of buyers are enthusiast buyers. And what does that mean? An enthusiast buyer is someone who has made, on average, 30 purchases, is shopping 30 days out of the year. That's 3 days on average, you know, a little under 3 days a month on the platform searching. They are enthusiasts. They spend more money. They want better quality. They are 70% of the sales made on eBay are coming from these type of buyers. And how do these type of buyers search? How do these type of buyers buy? Typically speaking, they're going to be enthusiasts. So they are going to have like a profile, you know, they're going for antiques. They're going for women's fashion. They know how to search. They know how to look in the system. They are on there often, and so they are searching by newly listed, especially in certain categories that don't have a lot of new items. They're setting up watchers, right? Like setting up searches. Hey, when something pops on, do notify me because it's something that I want. They are searching by just in. If they're on there multiple times a month on the platform, depending on the category, they've already seen all of the inventory. They're searching by newly listed because they want to see, hey, since I've been on a week and a half ago, what's new on the platform? This is another reason that newly listed is listing your items daily and listing sell similar. Refreshing your old items is a good idea because it's the way that the buyers are searching. These 70% of the inventory or of the sales are coming from these type of buyers. This is the buyer behavior that we need to be mindful of. And then lastly, and this is just kind of a bonus, your seller status does have an impact. And what this means is if you're a top rated seller, they have told us they're going to give you more exposure. If you are below standard, they're going to give you less exposure. It's not because they like you and they're like, oh, Sarah's on YouTube, but we don't like her, we're going to not give her exposure. It's because of buyer behavior. They want buyer satisfaction. And they have done the studies, they know the research, all of the metrics that they have for top rated seller plus listings. They know that is what buyers want to see. They know that is what makes buyers come back to the platform and continue to spend money on eBay. And so if you are doing these metrics and you are a store that are making buyers happy, they are going to promote your items and they're going to give you higher impressions, higher ranking because they want buyers to come back to the platform. And as a seller, I want buyers to come back to the platform as well. If you guys like this video, consider joining my memberships to support more content like this. You can also save, share, like, and comment for free. That will help other people see this video as well. YouTube thinks you'd like this video. I'll link a playlist down here of how to make money reselling, and then make sure to hit that subscribe button to learn how to make more money reselling.